Hi guys, welcome to his crochet. Today we are going to make this summer sweater, and I'm going to use this yarn seagull. I'm going to use a pair of scissors, 4.0mm crochet hook, stitch marker, and a darning needle. Start with a slip knot. And make 81 chains. Your chains has to be a multiple of 6. I'm making size medium. If you want size small, you can make less chains, but remember, you make a multiple of 6. Now I'm going to come back and I have 81 chains. This is my 81 chains. Now I'm going to start my first row. You're going to skip 3 stitches from the hook and make a double crochet into the 4th stitch. We are going to make our first row. We are going to make double crochet in each stitch, but we are going to make double crochet into the little bump, into these little bumps. We are making double crochet in each stitch until you reach to the end of the row. Now I'm at the end of the row. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now we are going to make our second row. Make a single crochet into the first stitch. Chain 2. You're going to skip 2 stitches and make a double crochet into the 3rd chain, into the 3rd stitch. Now chain 2. We are making a V-stitch, double crochet into the same stitch. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches and make a single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 2, make a double crochet into the 3rd stitch, skip 2 stitches. Chain 2. This is going to be our second row. Chain 2, skip 2 stitches and make single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 2 and make V-stitch skip 2 stitches and make V-stitch into the next stitch. This is going to be the second row. Keep doing this until you reach to the end of the row. Now I'm at the end of the row. When you reach here, chain 2 and make a single crochet into the third chain. Into the last stitch. Now we are going to make our third row. You're going to chain 3 and turn your work. Now we are going to make fan stitch. This is going to be a row of fan puff stitch. This is our first puff stitch. Chain 1. We are going to make 3 puff stitch into our V space. This chain 1 is part of puff stitch. Then after making our puff stitch, don't forget to chain 1. Remember, this chain 1 is part of our puff stitch. Don't forget, guys. Chain 1, then you're going to make fan puff stitch into the next V stitch. This is what we are going to make on this row. Fan puff stitch, we are going to make them into each V stitch, into the space of this stitch. This chain 1 does not count as a chain space. We are chaining 1 after puff stitch. Chain 1 is part of puff stitch. Don't forget to chain 1. Chain 1 and make fan puff stitch into the next V stitch. You're going to repeat this until you reach to the end of the row. we are going to repeating this until we reach to the end of the row. We are making our fan puff stitch into these stitches. I'm going to meet you when I reach here. Now guys, I'm at the end of the row. When you reach here, chain one. Don't forget to chain one. And we are going to make double crochet into the single crochet stitch, our last stitch. Then you are going to chain 4 chains. Turn your work. Now we are going to make double crochet into each chain 1 space. Double crochet, chain 1, and make a double crochet in each chain 1 space. Double crochet, chain 1, and make double crochet in each chain 1 spaces. You're going to keep repeating this until you reach to the end of the row. This is what you are going to keep repeating on this row. I'm going to meet you when I reach to the end of the row. Now I'm at the end of the row. My last double crochet, I'm going to put it into the 3rd chain. Remember, chain 3 does count as a double crochet. Chain 3, turn your work. Now we are going to make a double crochet in each space, in each stitch. Make a double crochet in each stitch. Double crochet in the space, in chain 1 space, then double crochet on top of the double crochet. Double crochet in chain 1 space, double crochet on top of the double crochet. This is what we are going to make on this row. Just keep repeating this until you reach to the end of the row. keep repeating this until you reach the end of the row. Now this is what we are going to repeat. Now we have 5 rows and we are going to keep repeating this until you have 17 rows. Now here we are going to repeat our second row. Then after second row we are going to repeat the third row. After third row we're going to repeat fourth row and fifth row. This is going to be the repetition. Now chain 1 and turn your work. Now here we are going to repeat the second row. Now repeat these 5 rows until you have 17 rows. Then I'm going to get back to you when I have 17 rows. Now I have 17 rows, and now we are going to add our sleeves. We are going to make chains on both sides for our sleeve. Now I'm going to make 84 chains. For me, I want long sleeve, so that's why I'm going to make 84 chains. But if you want short sleeves, you can make less chains. Any number of chains you make multiple of 6. Now here I have 84 chains. This is my first sleeve. Then I'm going to make another chain on the other side for my sleeve. I'm not going to cut off my yarn. I'm not going to pull it off or to pull it out, but I'm going to cut it. Then I'll come back and connect it, because I'm going to continue from here. So that's why I'm not going to pull it out here. Now here I'm going to make sure you make the same number of chains on both sides. The number of chains has to be even. Here I'm also going to make 84 chains. Now here I have my 84 chains, and here I'm going to cut off my yarn. Then I go back and start over. Now here, remember I did not cut it I did not pull it out. I'm just going to reconnect it. Now on this row, just keep repeating this until you reach to the end of the row. Now I'm at the end of the row. I'm going to keep doing this until, keep making this until you have, here I'm going to add more 16 rows, but remember, always remember to count these V stitches on both sides. You have to be with the same number of V stitches. Right here I have 14 V stitches on this side, and also on the other side I have 14 V stitches. Always count your V stitches. Now you're going to keep making these 5 rows. Add more 16 rows. We are going to add more 16 rows. Then chain 3, and turn your work. This is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a lot of fun puff stitch. Right now I'm done with 16 rows, and I'm going to make my last row of my neck opening. So here we're going to count your stitches. I counted from here at the end of the sleeve to stitch marker. These are 109 stitches. Then for the neck opening, I counted. These are 29 stitches. Even the chain 1 does also count as a stitch. When you count the chain 1. So the neck opening, I left 29 stitches. These are 7 inches. From here to here are 7 inches. 29 stitches. Then from here all around down here, these are 109 stitches. So your stitches must be equal. They have to be the same stitches on both sides. Here I'm going to make my last row, but remember to count your stitches. Your stitches have to be the same number on both sides. Now we are going to make our last stitch, our last row on this panel. Remember, we are making double crochet in each stitch. Chain 1 does also count as a stitch, so you make double crochet into this chain 1 space, double crochet on top of the double crochet. Now you're going to align your two panels together like this, as I'm doing. Align it. The wrong side should face up, because you are going to sew it, and you are going to sew it on the wrong side. Make sure the wrong side is facing you. Now we are going to sew our sleeves from the sleeve part to the shoulder. Now I'm going to use single crochet. It doesn't matter, you can use any method of your choice. Me, I'm going to use single crochet. You can use a darning needle to sew your panels. This is the right side. This is how it looks like. on the right side. Now this is our sleeve. We are going to sew our sleeve on this side of armpits. But on this side, now here you can go ahead and hide your remaining tails. I'll hide mine later. Now this is how it looks like. This is the right side. That is how it looks like on the right side. Yeah. This is the right side. See? It looks good. Okay, now we are going to make our ribbing on the neck. This is the neck. I'm going to make the ribbing part. Here I'm going to use I'm going to make front post and back post stitch. That is what I'm going to use on my ribbing part. On my ribbing on the neck, chain 3. Now you're going to make 2 double crochet in chain 1 space, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet, 2 double crochet, in chain 1 space. This is what we are going to do. You're going to keep making 2 double crochet in chain 1 space and 1 double crochet on top of the double crochet until you reach to the end of this row. Just keep making this until you reach the end of the row. Now I'm at the end of this round. You're going to slip stitch on top of the first double crochet. Make chain 3. Now we are going to start our front post and back post stitch. We start with our front post. This is what you're going to keep repeating until you reach to the end of the row. I'm at the end of the row. Slip stitch on top of the first front post. chain 3. Where you see a back post, a front post, you put a front post. Where there is a back post, you put a back post. Front post, back post. Front post. You just keep repeating this. Where there is a back post, you put a back post. Where there is a front post, you put a front post. I'm going to keep repeating this. I'm going to add 3 more rows. Now we are going to make our ribbing part on our sleeve. On the sleeve, I'm just going to make a single crochet. It is just going to be just a single crochet. You're going to make a single crochet in each gap. Where you find the big gap, you're going to put 2 single crochet. On a small gap, you put 1 single crochet. Big gap, 2 single crochet. Keep repeating this until you reach the end of this row. Now you're going to make a slip stitch on top of the first single crochet and cut off your yarn. It is done. Now these tails, the remaining tail, just get your darning needle and hide your tail. If this video was helpful, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys.